What's going on, everybody? I'm Court Johnson. Welcome to the Pokin Holes pre-show for episode number 44. 44 weeks we've been doing this. It's pretty crazy. But today, got an awesome company. We've got Boris to my left and Chris, and they're starting the company SkillTesting. But before we get into the company, why don't you guys just introduce yourselves and sort of your backgrounds?
All right, go ahead, Chris. So I'm Chris Bucchino. This is my first startup, as well as Boris's. I've been in software for quite a while. I've been director of an engineering team for several years, and kind of came across the skill testing concept while on the job trying to solve a real-world need.
Yeah. And how about you, Boris?
My name is Boris Gaber. I work together with Chris. We work at a late-stage startup. I'm a software architect. I've been doing software for quite a few years. And definitely we work together quite a bit, and we were interviewing people quite a bit, so kind of we share the same vision of this type of problem that we're trying to solve here.
Okay, so talk about the problem. What is the problem that you guys saw through your experiences of doing all of this management?
Interviewing.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we'll get into skill testing as how that's the solution.
Sure. So I think a lot of software managers spend a lot of time interviewing candidates. I certainly spent hours and hours on the phone with candidates who 5 minutes after you start talking to them, you realize I'm wasting my time here.
Yeah.
And I kind of came across the need to, what if I could create a test and invite a user or several users to go ahead and take this test, and I could, see how well they could program.
Yeah.
So searched around, didn't really find much, and we're hoping, and we feel that we can really cut down the amount of time that technical managers and recruiters spend on interviewing candidates who aren't a fit. You could really rule them out earlier.
Gotcha. Okay, so one thing that I didn't mention is that we are live at the 140 studio. Jake's panning the camera. This is our studio office. This is the new space that they just got. It's pretty sweet. So if you have the chance to come down here sometime, come check it out. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so let's get back to this skill testing. Why don't you just take us through a demo right here and show us how it all works. Oh, whoops. Let's go.
All right. So basically, this is your home page that you would see when you first time when you log in, and it allows you to go and maybe create a new test. Right? If you want to create a test for you're hiring for a position and you want to start interviewing people and giving them this test just to kind of pre-screen them,
Sure.
maybe save some time on the phone calls. So I don't know, say advanced JavaScript, and you are looking for somebody with JavaScript skills, right? Good. So you save it and maybe add some questions to it. So I don't know, fix a bug in this method, and we allow you to have a code editor that you can use to actually go and create some code that then those people that are taking the test will modify.
So then once you put this code in here, you're having people go back in and you put in the bug yourself, and then you want them to go and solve the problem.
Exactly, yeah. That could be like an example of a test question that you would give to them.
You can really do anything you want. If you want to
Yeah.
put code in there that they can modify, if you want them to just write their own code, if you want to give multiple choice questions, you can do all of that. So
Very cool. Okay, so talk a little bit about who is it that you're targeting. Obviously, it's going to be more of the tech or the computer engineering folk. But talk about who's going to use this product and why, and what's the value proposition here. Like, why are they going to use this product?
Sure. So I see two main users. As I alluded to earlier, the technical hiring manager who's spending time interviewing candidates is going to use it, as well as recruiters. There's lots and lots and lots of recruiters I've worked with, more than I can mention, doing this. And the real value add for them is they're not technical. So they can do a lot of the legwork that myself or other technical managers would do for them ahead of time.
So you see this as an opportunity for somebody who's not so technical to be able to measure the technical expertise of a candidate
Not necessarily measure it, but at least administer these tests and collect a lot of data that they can then give to a hiring manager and say, here's some resumes, here's some skill tests. Now, what do you think about this candidate versus just a resume alone?
Gotcha. And have you guys done any diligence on competition, or who do you guys see out there as your main competitor for something like this?
There's definitely competition out there, right? We're looking at Codility and a company with eSkill or something like that. So yeah, there's definitely competition out there. I imagine there will be always competition for whatever you do. But we feel that we have something different there that can probably capture the market that they won't able to.
So talk about how you're going to make money off of this. Who is it that's going to pay you? How are you going to monetize what you're doing here?
Sure. So we're using a recurring billing model.
Yep.
So yeah, exactly. If I can get it for free. I didn't just say that. All right. So yeah, basically users will pay for tests. We'll have a free plan where people can come in and have one test that they can create and give to candidates for free. And as they grow, we'll have pricing with 5 tests for X amount of dollars.
So you're charging people that want to administer a test.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
So, but it's a flexible enough model where as hiring needs change, they can kind of bump down on plan and bump back up.
Sure.
As more positions open.
So what kind of problems are you guys facing right now? Where is it that you need help? What is it that you want to get out of Pokin holes?
I guess from a technical perspective, I would be interested in just people that are in this space to tell us how do they see this product, if there is something that we're missing.
Yep.
Maybe they would say, okay, if only this had this feature, then I would be able to use that.
Right.
So the feedback like that is something that I would be looking for.
So you want a technical perspective here on this?
That's one of the things. I imagine some pricing advice as well.
Yeah, how much would people pay for something like this would be, valuable for us.
Yeah, we could present our pricing model and again, hear some feedback as to what is the best way to price this. And,
sure.
Should people pay monthly or per test or for per test activation? So we have a few ideas there.
Cool. All right, well, I want to thank you guys for coming out today. Hopefully that wasn't as difficult as you thought it might be. And we'll see you guys this Thursday, Lansdowne, again, live band karaoke afterwards, so we're going to have a great time, party a little bit. Ife knows what it's all about. And we will see you guys on Thursday night.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Oh, now I've got to shut us down.